Welcome to the home of the DIY movement, where we build stuff and paint things.
All right, y'all, welcome back. Today is Monday, August 17th, 2026. It's like 3:45 in the afternoon. It is currently 108 degrees in here right now, so I wanted to get this little intro going before I'm soaking wet with sweat. Repop trunk gutters, 63, 64, probably pretty much every Impala is the same fundamental approach when installing these. So I had a couple guys, a couple or three, want me to do a video on this because they're currently at the same stage in their build or whatever. And there's several videos on YouTube already. Guzzy Fabrication is one that I personally watched before I tackled the passenger side. So the passenger side was done yesterday. Overall, I think it took me about 2 hours. I wanted to make sure that I know what I'm doing before I actually make a video doing it. So what we have here is the driver's side reproduction trunk gutter. We're going to be putting it on a driver's side reproduction quarter panel. So at some point this car had quarter panel replaced and they kind of just stopped. There's still some things that need to be finished up on this car, and the trunk gutter is one of them. So for those who may not know, this is where your weather strip goes for the trunk weather strip. So it's going to fit in here pretty much like this. It does need some trimming. I did have to trim the driver's side, but I wanted to. This one actually fits a little bit better than the driver's side did, so we're almost there. So what the installation on this entails is popping some holes in the quarter panel and plug welding the drip rail onto place. So let me show you the passenger side real quick here. All right, here's the passenger side. Right now it's just in some rattle can weld through primer, zinc primer, which is zinc coating to prevent rust. So you can see I joined it up there in the corner, and then I plug welded it in the seam here probably about 10 times, came down here, joined it in here, and that's pretty much it. Same process is going to go on this one. You can see we have a bare lip here that in a second here we're going to be punching holes. We're going to screw it in with sheet metal screws, probably 3, 1, 2, 3. We're going to make sure that it doesn't mess with the trunk adjustment, which it shouldn't, and then we're going to weld it in, and then we're going to spray it with the zinc. Going to be welding it on with the Millermatic 211 and C25 gas. So public disclaimer, I am no welder by any means, but I can tack weld sheet metal into place. It's pretty simple. The settings I'm using, which I struggled with at first, but once I got it figured out, is about 4.5 volts at about 40 wire speed on a 110, 120 setup. So, like I say, the first order of business is going to be punching holes here, and I have my punch tool, pneumatic. It makes the job really simple. If you don't have this, you can simply drill holes with a drill, or you can use a hand punch, which I watched Guzzy use on his video. So this makes quick work. Let me get hooked up here. All right, so our little pneumatic punch tool, it's also a flange tool. So all we're gonna do is punch probably, I don't know, 10 holes or so. Put it over the flange like so. Boom. All right, now that we punched our holes, no real rhyme or reason to that. Just space it out every few inches. Like I say, this is not really a load-bearing structure. This is just a drip rail. Another important feature or key that I want to note is, like I mentioned earlier, testing the trunk. Once you get this thing sheet metal screwed in, you want to test the trunk, make sure that it didn't pull your quarter panel up or down. Right now this is a reproduction trunk and a reproduction quarter, man, so you know it's not the best, most awesome fit, but it is new. So next up, we take our drip rail and we're gonna have to cut on the passenger side. I cut up here first, so you can kind of see it actually will help stay there. That might be good. So just want to mark, you can see where it's overlapping. So we're just going to kind of guesstimate about right there. Of course, we're going to cut that straight. And that should give us, that should be a starting point to where at least this thing will halfway sit in place before we can notch and see what we need to do with the back. So let me get this cut real quick and bring you guys back. All right, so I got the pieces cut. Got it held on with one vice grip there, you can see. And I did have to make a cut here because the curvature was off. So I had to cut it here. I had to bend this out in the vise to meet that. And you can see, so it's basically went from a one piece to a 3-piece. And you don't have to do that, but you don't have to do it that way, but I can bend this back to meet. So right now it's roughed in place. What I want to do, this doesn't control, or this piece doesn't control how the trunk closes. So what I'm going to do here is put a couple self tappers in here and take the vise out. We may have to tap this back in or bend this out a little bit to meet. So these things are not exactly going to fall in place because, I mean, they're reproduction, but you're going to have to bend it, tweak it a little bit. So we'll put 2 self tappers in just to kind of hold it in place. And really with these self tappers, I drill a hole first. That way you're not really prying down on it too hard. So we'll put one here. And here. Yeah, I like to drill a little pilot hole first so we're not putting too much pressure on the quarter panel. This stuff is already thin. You don't want to go warping it. Like I say, this piece right here doesn't really affect trunk alignment, so we'll take that down. I say that's within range. I mean, it doesn't have any weather strip in it. It doesn't have any trunk bump stoppers, but it didn't move from how it was previously, so I'd call that unchanged. So now we're going to take our paint pen and mark on the drip rail where we drilled our holes on the quarter panel so that we can grind off the E-coat so that we can get, you know, good weld. So we got our marks where we're going to drill out, or I'm sorry, clean up on this side, the top side, get the E-coat off. also going to clamp each one as we weld it. We want it as close as possible so that we can get a good weld. All right, so like I said in the intro, I am by no means a welder, but we're going to give it a go. Man, shout out to Guzzy or Goozy on YouTube. Man, this guy is a real professional with this stuff. He has a lot of good information on YouTube. Y'all should go check him out. I'm sure most of the people watching already know about him, but he's a real professional at his craft. Whereas back over here, we're just kind of backyarding it. So this is where the sheet metal screw was at. Battery died on the camera, it was getting low, so I had to swap it out. So it's all welded up though. So to make this piece fit a little bit, looks a little ugly right now, but I'm about to grind all the welds. So it's welded, spot welded. Like I say, I ain't no professional, but it's in. So what I used to grind the welds to get in this, actually I had a guy ask me yesterday, how do you grind the welds inside that? I just use a cutoff wheel on a die grinder, and we're just going to take the tops off. So I'll show you guys real quick on that. Man, so that's a wrap on the trunk gutters. Hope you guys enjoyed the little how-to, I guess you can call it. Actually, this is only my second time doing this. I had to do this lower piece, man, probably about 12 years ago or so. So it's been a while. But as you can see, it's pretty straightforward. You don't really need any fancy tools. You don't need the hole punch. You can use a drill, self-tappers, a cutoff wheel, and a welder. And that's really it, man. So it wasn't too bad. It's in. Like I say, I'm not a professional welder, man, but it's in and it ain't coming out. Next up on the car is going to be the center trunk pan. Right now it's just kind of in there. It needs to be removed, trimmed, the old, and sat in there flush. But it's pretty much going to be the same process. Drill holes, plug welded in place. We're also going to be putting on these little bumpers right here. This is for corresponds with the trunk bumper right here. So the trunk gutter is finished completely. So really, we really don't know the final result until we get the weather strip, which I'm getting ready to purchase because I want to do some final adjustments on the trunk with the weather strip in. But that's a wrap, man. We also welded this up, this seam right here, and filled in some spots down there. Same on this side. I did this off camera earlier in the week. All right, man, so that's it, man. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Been working on this all last week, and we finished it up today. This side only took about 2 hours, man. So we're gonna wrap it up with that. It is only 104 degrees in here now, so it cooled off quite a bit, man. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Y'all stay tuned for the next one.